Welcome back. You're watching your regional news wrap. Continuing turmoil in the Middle East and especially Libya has launched an increase in oil prices and, coincidentally, gas prices. In the last 2 months, there's been a 20-cent per liter increase, but many industry analysts are saying this is artificial inflation. Libya only accounts for 2% of the world's oil production, and that shouldn't be driving prices so high.
What's driving up the price of oil is fear. Because the Middle East and Northern Africa produces about 30% of the world's production of oil. If these changes were to spread throughout the region, that's what is making people nervous.
If you lost Saudi Arabia, the entire Persian Gulf, yeah. Would there be a shortage in product? Yes, there would be. Would there be a spike in price? Yes. But you'd have to lose all of that production in order to make an impact because there's excess supplies everywhere.
High gas prices have proven to have a small effect on how much we consume, but there is a breaking point, and it will affect lower and middle-income families first. And it's not only the oil that's rising, it's the food prices that has many countries in disarray as well. Canada hasn't been affected as severely as other nations, but an impact is definitely being felt. While evidence of this can't be found yet at the Lloydminster Farmers Market, vendors are saying it's only a matter of time.
Well, the prices have been the same for a couple of years now, and we're going to have to put the prices up because all the flour, sugar, everything is going up, all the ingredients.
We raise laying hens and use the eggs from those hens. We can probably afford keeping our prices low for our products because we're not as much dependent on the rising of the prices.
Meetings are taking place between the vendors to determine how they will move forward. PNHR is taking the next steps to creating a new primary health care system for Lloydminster. They traveled to Anchorage, Alaska to see an example of a federally funded system that's getting some rave reviews.
As PNHR reevaluates their system, they're looking to others who have gone through the same process. The Alaskan South Central Foundation has been in place for 13 years and serves a population of over 60,000.
Some of the challenges they face are very much some of the challenges that we see in our health system on a daily basis. For instance, long wait to get an appointment to see a family physician.
Now, South Central has a 91% satisfaction rating for its health system from both staff and patients. They say the results are because of a team approach to healthcare.
I think the underlying principle is that everybody work together to focus on the holistic approach to healthcare delivery, meaning that the person is being cared for as a whole rather than different issues being looked after by different people.
There's a lot of forums that we have, and again, it's a core value to talk to the people who are receiving the services to give us feedback. What is it that they want to see?
Van says they know what the people want. They need to focus on customer service and healthcare promotion and prevention, but they're having a hard time achieving those goals. South Central Foundation's had a couple of ideas to get them on track. Mainly, it's about every healthcare provider in the system getting on the same page. Sylvester says it'll take sacrifice, time, and strong leadership.
There's always challenges, and when you start talking about funding, there's big challenges. But where we have had to get back to when we get into these discussions where it really is a big arm wrestle is, okay, why are we here and who are we serving? We have to come back to the core answer to that question.
They've hired a consultation company to begin conversations with all participants in their new PCN to uncover what the real issues are, how they can solve them, and what they'll need going forward. They hope to present a plan for PNHR on March 31st.
Spring is getting closer, and the possibility of flooding from the winter melt is on the farmers' minds. Experts say moist soil before the snowfall combined with a well above average precipitation this winter could have disastrous results for farmers.
If we have a spring where, like they're talking, the coldest it's been in 90-some years up until March or April, if we get a really fast heat wave, this stuff's going to run and it's going to pile up, and hopefully everything is draining in the right direction.
Farmers say all they can do is prepare for the worst and let Mother Nature run her course. Courtesy Air is now open for business in Lloydminster. The airline has a fleet of 6 planes.
The support we've received since being here in early January is incredible. The city and has been great. All the local companies have been very supportive and helping out a lot.
This boost in air support should leave a positive impact on the business sector for the city, but only time will tell how much of a presence the new airline will affect the community. The MS Society welcomed a visit from an official in their provincial office this week. He's been touring Alberta cities and hearing concerns about CCSVI trials.
What we found is that people are pretty more upset, I think, than some of the other communities we've been in. I think probably more people have had the treatment here and have seen some positive results, and so they have a higher level of frustration because they know some of the positive results that can come from it.
After hearing the chapter's concerns, he says the Alberta MS Society will push harder for clinical trials to begin. Lakeland College held a renewable energy video contest this week. Participants had the chance to make a 90-second video to raise awareness to promote renewable energy projects. Submissions were open to the public and people could vote for various categories. Most winners were from larger city centers, but one local junior high student took second place overall.
I did it so that we could tell people more about wind power and how they can save the environment and better it.
Her video focused on wind power and the vital role it plays in sustainable living. That's what you need to know in your regional news this week. After the break, we head to St. Paul to visit the 4-H Club. They have an event for you this weekend. Stay tuned.